Well, hey guys, and welcome to me playing Engineer on Team Fortress 2 on the map Domination Canal Zone. I'll be using the Frontier Justice, the Lugermorph, which is a pistol skin, and the Gunslinger, which allows me to drop down mini sentries instead of full sentries. This is a clan scrim versus 8-Bit, my clan of course being Killer Care Bears, or KCB. I was playing Ringer Engineer for KCB. Normally I play Backup Spy for KGB, but once in a while KCB asks me to play Engineer, and I don't mind. It's a fun class to play. So, generally, what I was doing in this gameplay is just getting as much damage off on people as I possibly could. Because, of course, how could I have not done as much damage as I possibly could if I don't do... Damn. I don't know what I'm talking about. Which, if you've seen any of my videos, should be pretty obvious at this point, but I have no idea what I'm talking about. But I see a mini-sentry on this arch room point, so I am pretty cautious about peeking my head around this corner, trying to do damage to it without taking so much damage to myself. Our scout comes by, Joshin, and takes it down while covered in Girardi, so props to him for being such a vamp. And right here, they popped Uber, the other team, 8-Bit had popped Uber. So I'm just trying to get my team out of there. I'm just trying to distract this heavy medic as much as I possibly can to ensure that my heavy medic is able to escape. Or do whatever they wanted to do, really. I don't exactly know. But my entire purpose there was just to be a meat shield. Make sure that our medic doesn't die, because that would be a really shitty thing to do. But I like this map for Engineer. It allows you to get a lot more aggressive than you would on normal maps. And it really has its own thing for every class, except maybe Pyro. Because there's so much water in this map that a Pyro really isn't much of a problem. Unless you can just hang out in a corridor and make sure that they can't escape from you, but then you're just limited to hanging around corridors. But yeah, I mean, the scout has double cap on everything, so it's super easy for him to cap points. It's a great place for him to be. The soldier and demo men can jump around. Pyro I already went over. Heavy and medic, of course, you just tear through everything always on any given map. And Engineer, there's a lot of places where you can go where, as long as you can just plop down a mini-sentry, you should be fine. But I'm an idiot, and I don't have any, like, keybinds for plopping down mini-sentries easily or anything. Because the Engineer is by no means one of my main classes. I rarely ever play it. I only play it when KCB asks me to. Not that I don't enjoy the class, it's just that I prefer playing Spy, so that's generally the class I play. But as Engineer on this map, I would just try and kill, or do as much damage as I could, like I said earlier. The other classes, obviously being Spy and Sniper, have a terrific time on this map. As far as I know, snipers have humongous corridors that they can just scope down, and I mean, if you were so inclined, you can spawn camp. You can walk out this door, go down to the left instead of the right where I'm going, as in continue on the bridge and just stay near Fountain, and then spam up at the spawn point up the other side, and most of the time you will probably kill somebody. And then Spies, they've got a terrific time on this map because there are so many corridors that they can just hang around in, either cloaked or whatever. There are a lot of corners where they can get corner stabs. Let me pause for a moment to describe what's happening here. I'm getting destroyed by this Pyro because that elevator that I jumped down from only comes down if there's no one below it. And so, once that Pyro pushed me up against that wall, there was absolutely nothing I could do. I was completely screwed. But anyways, with Spies, there's a lot of places for them to drop down on, and a lot of the times you don't see your own team members. everyone is trying to cap separate things separately, so you can just wander around disguised as really any class, to an extent, and you'll probably be fine. Nobody will even suspect a thing. So I turn a corner into a demoman and a soldier, which is never a good thing to do. Don't try it at home. I would not recommend it. It hurts like an ass. And and so I generally try and stay away from any more of that. I don't want to get killed by soldiers and demomen. And every single time I walk into balcony, I check behind that thing as if I'm going to find a magic door that leads me to a different point that I wanted to go to, instead of being stupid and going to the same place every time. And right here I drop down a dispenser because I'm dumb. That dispenser will come back to haunt me later. This first round I don't do a lot for my team. I get a little bit of damage off, but really the second round is where I start to do a lot more, and so this will be a two-part video. I'm trying to make it short so that I can cut down on rendering, because my computer does not render things well. It uses a lot of processes that it probably shouldn't be using, and sometimes it'll overheat and crash. Right there I was escorting my medic to our heavy, because that's what you do sometimes. You gotta make sure your heavy stays alive. Luckily for me, there was nobody who decided to flank us when we did that, because I know for a fact that I didn't turn around. So that was bad placement on my part, or a bad decision on my part. I told my team, hey, there's a spy around here, disguised as a scout, might want to look out. But the heavy's going for health, and I jump on top of my dispenser, and as I jump on it, I guess a sticky bomb got next to it, because it wasn't there before I jumped on top of the dispenser. And so even if I jumped off the dispenser, there was no hope for me. I would have gone and died. But right now we've got a humongous lead. They would have to cap all 8 points at this point to really cap, or to beat us in this round. I mean, it's 49% to 81%. If you don't know how Canal Zone works, I don't blame you. Basically, it's the first team to get to 100%, which, after you cap points, your percentage goes up by 1% every, like, 3-4 seconds. Maybe longer, maybe 10 seconds, I don't know. I don't know why I put that teleporter down. You could argue it's because I'm stupid. I would probably make that argument myself, but I'm gonna blame it on the fact that for this entire day, my my engineer, what is it, PDA thing? I don't know what to call it. It really wasn't working out for me in a way that that it was easy to use. It was. I think what happened when I put down that teleporter was that I was trying to destroy my sentry, but I hit 4 instead of 5. And so it was just a big fiasco, but it doesn't matter. The spawn times on this map is like literally nothing. And this demo man likes to get really aggressive. And so since I'm the most expendable character on my team at this point, I have no problem just charging at people. Take down that spy, help my team cap this point, because at one point we had nothing. We had, like, I think 3 or 2 points left out of 8, which is a terrifying thing to do. You're gonna get your ass handed to us. Handed to you, rather. But right now we're at 96 compared to 65. 97. They've got no chance of winning, even unless they capped all 8 points at the same time. But right here is game. So this was round 1, and I will see you in the next video for round 2. This is me, PTG. Subscribe, rate, comment, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.